So it's about time we finally get this thing on the road. I bought this rare spec GTI for just £500 with its expected failed clutch.
Oh, ho, ho, ho. Yo, there's nothing left of it.
But that was just a start. We've had endless issues with it to then find out that it's a cat car.
Yep, this car has been in an accident and it is a category D, which is equivalent to nowadays the category N.
Genuinely think it's going to blow up. It says low oil pressure. Oh. Oh. I think it's dead. I'm going to be making a loss on this, but I'm committed and will not be defeated. This car is starting to come along. We've had a new windscreen fitted off camera and installed a new wing, which you've probably seen on a recent YouTube short. But by the end of the video, I want it ready to send off to get the mysterious clutch issue looked at, because yeah, I've replaced the clutch twice and something still isn't right. But before we get to that, we've got a lot to crack on with. The GTI boot lid is a bit rotten.
As you'll see, there's quite a lot of rust on it, and I think for the cost of that to be repaired and treated,
it's going to be quite a lot of money, and also it's not going to last forever. So you can buy a new boot lid online for about 150 quid, but then I'll have to get it painted, which is probably another 150 quid, so you're probably talking about 300 quid.
However, I found one in Sheffield,
which yes is 5.5 hours away, but it's £52 and it's in the right colour, and we're going to drive my daily up there to go get it. Now the problem is we need to make sure that this definitely fits in my other Golf, so we're going to take it off first, make sure it does, or else we're going to go all the way up to Sheffield and then realise it doesn't fit, and we've got a long drive home with no boot lid. But it's just come up on eBay. You're never really going to find a laser blue boot lid for 50 quid.
and we're just kind of dismantling it.
And then in 2 days time we're going to head up and go grab the new one.
Okay, the boot lid is off, and
Hello, how are you?
we can confirm
It fits in the Golf. And 2 days later, we headed to Sheffield.
And this is the new one. And that there is the reason why we're replacing it. It is pretty rotten and the lock doesn't even work. Whereas if you look at this one, lovely and not crusty.
So now we're swapping over the wiring looms because the new one came with, unfortunately, all the plugs cut off. And there's also a few plastics that are a little bit different, so we need to swap everything from one to the other.
right, Jordan's had a very good idea. What we're going to do is we're going to put a bit of string on a connector, and then when we pull it through, it will leave us the string in the actual chassis, I suppose, of the boot lid. So then we have to thread the new wire through, we can attach it to the string and just pull it back through, which hopefully should save us a lot of time, because I can't imagine it'll be very fun trying to get wiring all through this.
So now we're going to go ahead and thread all the wiring through. We've also installed a wiper delete. And finally all the plastics, and then give it a quick wipe.
And finally, the new boot lid is on, and it is looking so much better. No rust. We've got the wiper delete there, which looks really nice. And also, this one's got a spoiler on it, which makes it look quite cool. And it matches the mirror caps, which is nice. And the best thing about it is, the latch actually works. And all the boot trims are back in, and it's all looking nice and fresh.
There is one problem with this boot lid, and that is this top bit. As you can see, it's like a different shade of purple, well, a different shade of blue, and it's got a lot of lacquer peel on it, and it just looks a bit rough. However, I have an idea.
And just like that, the roof is now wrapped, and to be honest with you, it's not the most perfect job, but the actual paintwork underneath wasn't too great anyway, and the wrap is pretty cheap.
But either way, it takes your eye off it and blends it in, and it looks quite nice. But now what I want to do is tackle the paint and also a little bit of the rust.
Because as you can see, there's a little bit of rust here.
There's some marks along there. It's missing paint along here, and a little bit of rust. And it's also missing paint there as well. Now, if I were to do this properly, I would get this all painted at a body shop. Now, the trouble is, I only bought this car for £500, and I think I've already spent near £1,500 to fix it, because we've had issues with the clutch. I bought another clutch, it's still not fixed the issue, and the issue is still going on, so we might not even ever fix it. But either way, I'm too much money into this car to even think about getting it painted. So for the minute, we're gonna do some repairs using this.
Now this is some colour match paint, which is in laser blue, which is this colour. But of course, there's a little bit of rust. So first, on the rusty bits, I'm going to use this Genelite rust remover. which we can brush into all of this to convert it back to solid metal.
And then we can use this paint to do a bit of a touch up. Now I know this is not the good way of doing it, it's a bit of a bodge, but it will take your eye off it, it'll make it look better. And to be honest with you, we've already replaced the front wing. I've already done quite a lot of work on this, so these little bits won't really matter. And to be fair, I reckon it'll probably do an alright job.
Well, I'm genuinely impressed with how good that looks. Like, I don't know if you're even going to be able to see that on camera, but I can barely even see it in person, and I've only done one coat. And this side as well, I'd say that's a good job, and it definitely takes your eye off it.
Right, now we've got a package to unbox from High On Boost. Now, massive shout out to these guys. Looks like they've sent me a couple of carbon fibre trim bits for the interior, which is pretty cool. GTI cup holder bit, that's quite cool, like a little insert, and a couple of stickers. So big shout out to those guys. Let's get the parts installed, and they have also been added to the sticker wall as well. And just like that, the carbon is now installed and looking great. If you want to go ahead and check it out, I'll leave a link down below. Right, so next up, big upgrade for the GTI. RPM Performance have kindly sent out a new exhaust. So I think this has already got a back box delete on it. However, if you come down here, look at this, ready? Take that bit off, mate. Wait, I'll get there in a minute. I get the idea, it's broke. So let's get this one installed.
Ready?
If that doesn't want to make people buy those exhausts, I don't know what will.
That is hanging. That stinks.
Bravo 6 going dark.
It's quite nice, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, turbo's at the back, innit? So, like that. Or out here. Cut hole here.
Probably TD5 spec. It's good, that, doesn't it?
That looked quite cool, to be fair. Have you seen the newer buffs? They've got stacked tips.
They have, haven't they? Yeah.
On either side.
So let's get this exhaust installed. First off, we need to remove the old one, which is pretty rotten. So it's easier to just cut it. And within a minute or two, it was off.
Hello.
Yes,
When you get that,
See how bad that is? That is awful. I'm literally w***ing off my exhaust.
Fixed.
That's a really unfortunate shot of what I've just got up there.
So this backbox delete is from RPM Performance. They manufacture all their parts in-house in their workshop within the UK, so the quality is genuinely top-notch. They do exhausts for all sorts of cars. Make sure you go check out their website and all their social media. This was one of the easiest exhaust jobs I've ever done. I don't know if it's because it already had a backbox delete and I didn't have to cut anything, or that is just how it is. But either way, this is so much cleaner and probably going to sound better than the old rotten one. And just like that, it is done. Time for a cold start. So we're going to take the car around the estate because obviously it doesn't have an MOT, but let's see what it sounds like. I don't think it's going to sound any different because obviously it already had a backbox delete, but now it's not rotten, so... That intake is nuts, isn't it? It sounds good, doesn't it? I think it makes all the right noises. That's part of the problem. So you need to come off the clutch. Yeah, pump it. And then try and put it in now. There you go. It's fast, isn't it?
It is nippy.
It drives alright other than the clutch. Yeah.
Yeah, if you ain't got to use the clutch, you're fine.
Yeah. Right, let's go back in the unit because we've got more to do. So I'm always after suspension components, sensors, fluids and all that sort of stuff, and that is why I've teamed up with MPD or Motor Parts Direct. As you can see, the banner's down here. It's yet to go up on the wall. I'm going to do that in the next unit video. But down here, they have sent out all the parts I need, or what I think I need, to get the GTI, hopefully, other than the clutch, back on the road
and ready for sale. And over here, I've now got all the FIA maintenance sprays, whether or not that's EGR cleaner, silicone spray, white grease, brake cleaner, my favourite liquid. It is though, isn't it?
It is everywhere,
Yeah. So yeah, I've got all that now, which is epic. And also, me and MPD or Motor Parts Direct are running a giveaway. So go ahead and check out my Instagram post, and you can potentially win one of these jumpers. And as you can see, they're pretty cool. John's got one on as well. But yeah, MPD are the UK's biggest independent motor factor, and they have over 180 branches nationwide, which is pretty nuts. I mean, I've got 2 near me. So yeah, make sure if you ever need any sort of parts like this, then go check out MPD and yeah, collect your parts from there. So first up, let's change the low fuel pressure sensor. This is quite a simple job. First off, we got to remove the PCV pipe, disconnect the electrical connector. That probably doesn't help, it's soaking in there. Which was soaking, so we're gonna give that a clean up, and then we can undo the sensor itself. She's a squirter. Old one off and then new one on, and we just have to reverse the process. Sweet. That's nice and easy, but annoyingly, yeah, I'm gonna have to do the high pressure one as well. As you can see, that's cracked, and I don't know if that will affect the performance at all, but I'm pretty sure that's quite common. So we'll get that done, hopefully, in a minute on this video. So next up is the camshaft position sensor. Now, these, well, this gives me a bit of PTSD from my E36. When I had issues with this on that, the whole thing was cutting out, it wasn't running right, and it's actually come up with a code on my Carly device saying it's faulty. So before we even take it out on the road, I've got a new one, and of course it's a nice Lucas one, which is a good brand from MPD, so let's get it fitted. It is located quite easily down there, so we'll unplug the electrical connector first. They're normally not too bad, these connectors. There you go. That is out. So a big shout out to Ollie Moran. He's already done this job on his Golf GTI. So instead of me trying to find the bolt size, I'm just going to watch this video. So shout out to him.
One.
Big shout out to Draper as well for sending me all this nice stuff. Look how nice it is.
Lovely.
Lovely.
It's quite nice actually.
Got her.
So that's the old one. Goes for the bin. There's the new one. In she goes.
Happy?
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Nah.
So next up is the ABS sensors. This car has had this problem since the day I bought it, so we can finally get some new ones installed. And I've been warned that this job could be a bit tedious because they're probably seized in the hub. And guess what? They were. Okay, what an absolute nightmare these have turned out to be. The ABS sensors are just seized in there. We've broken it from the back end and the front end, and it's actually like seized in the hub. And yeah, this car is booked into the garage very soon, and we're just gonna have to put it back as it is. It's gonna have no ABS, but once it's been to the garage, I might even get them to look at it, I'm not too sure yet. But yeah, we're gonna have to come back to it soon.
But John's down here putting it all back together, and this was another job I had to do. As you can see, look, that sliding pin, sort of brake caliper sliding pin actual boot is, well, absolutely perished. That is no good. So I've grabbed a new kit from MPD, which comes with the grease, the actual boot, and the new slider and the new bolt. As you can see, the bottom one's absolutely fine. That works lovely.
Yeah, as you can see, this one is completely perished. I think we actually did that when we were taking the carriers off, or sorry, the calipers off the first time to do the brakes, because they were that seized. We used heat, and I think it melted. I think that's what happened. But yeah, we've got a new one here. So as you can see, new boot. There we go. And then we'll get the grease. Like that. They should just hook. There you go. It's a shame we can't do the ABS sensors at the minute. However, I've got something exciting soon coming to the unit, which will make the job a lot easier. But that's the slider pins installed, and now it's on to drop links.
which I'm just going to cut off because it's easier because they're all seized. And with them chopped off, I can bolt the new ones on, and that is job done. So the new high pressure fuel pump sensor has now arrived, and it's actually come with a full fuel pump itself. They sell it together. So I'm going to go ahead and remove a couple bits from the old pump, put it onto the new pump, and then install it onto the car. Quite a simple job. And that's everything swapped over, time to put it on the car, and just as expected, it is running absolutely fine.
Unfortunately, we're going to have to come to the end of the video because I've booked this car into a garage to get the clutch looked at. So, Fetch Transport has just arrived to get the GTI loaded on.
So a big shout out to the guys from Fetch Transport. These are my transportation company that I work with on the channel. Super friendly, super reliable, and just great overall service. They do transport and recoveries across the whole of the UK and also Europe. So if you need anything moved or recovered, give them a shout.
And just like that, the GTI is now off to the garage. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, make sure you leave a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you guys very, very soon, and hopefully the GTI will be fixed.